Hey there and welcome to No Recipe Required. My name's Dave and today I'm going to show you how to do a roasted potato with garlic and parsley. A little bit of lemon zest in there as well. It's really a delicious way to get nice crunchy on the outside, soft on the inside potatoes. Let's show you how to do it. We've got our potatoes here, and unlike some of the green vegetables that we blanch in boiling salted water, I blanch these, start them off in room temperature water just like we're boiling them all the way through. The only difference is we're going to pull them out when they just start to get tender using our knife test. And we're going to strain them and cool them off immediately in cool water or cold water. And that's going to stop the cooking process and get them to that blanched point where we can then take them and finish them however you want, whether, like I said, it's grilling or roasting or pan frying or anything like that. Okay, I just pulled my potatoes off the heat because while they're not tender, I can't get my knife all the way through. I can, just get it in that first quarter inch or so, which is what I'm looking for a blanched potato. So I'm literally just going to go drain these out and then we'll run them under some cold water. Okay, so now you get a nice look at my dirty sink. I've got my potatoes here. I just drained them out. Obviously they are very hot, and if we don't cool them down, they're going to continue to cook, and they'll cook a little bit, probably a little bit further than what we want. So I use the water, cold water, to cool them down. You can use the spray like this, or I'll sometimes just run them out, or even use my hand to just spread out the water and get them nicely cooled. You don't have to keep going until the potatoes are ice cold. There's actually quite a bit of heat in there. If you just get them kind of toned down from where they were, maybe half or so, to where you can actually pick them up and hold them for a few minutes or for a few seconds, then you should be fine. Okay, so let's keep going on our roasted potatoes. I've blanched them off, as you saw earlier, and I'm just going to roast them in the oven, but I'm actually going to start them on the stovetop in just a little bit of olive oil here. And I like to get a cut side of the potato down first, but you certainly don't have to. Let me get them all in there. You don't want to overcrowd the pan. You want to give each one its space on the bottom of the pan with nothing coming up the side. And you also want to make sure that you give them a chance to sear. I think I got one more space in there. Chance to sear on that side before you start moving them around a whole lot. You don't really want to come in with a spatula like this and start moving them until they got a nice brown crusty layer on the bottom, or they're likely to stick. Once we get that side done, they'll essentially just kind of lift easily off the pan. We'll flip them over and finish them in a 375 to 380 degree oven. Okay, you can see after about 5 minutes on high heat, my potatoes are getting that nice golden brown crust on one side. So we want to go ahead and flip them all over to a new side. Some of the round ones don't have quite sides, but that'll be just fine. And then once you get them turned over, we're going to pop these into a oven, like I said, at 375, anywhere between 375 and 400 degrees will be absolutely fine. The other side is going to get nice and crispy, and the inside of the potato will cook through. Okay, so I just pulled my potatoes out of the oven. We can see we got both sides now nice and golden brown. You want to test it with a knife. Knife has to go in nice and smooth and easy. If not, the potatoes aren't done. You can also kind of supercharge that brown a little bit if you have other sides by just turning up the heat again, flipping the potatoes over once more to a third side, and that'll help get that last side nice and crispy as well. But really, once they're done, you don't need to. I'm just going to let these go for another minute, and then we'll come back and we'll season them with salt and pepper and our persillade, or garlic and parsley. Okay, for our roasted potatoes with garlic and parsley, I'm going to show you how to make a French, I don't even know what to call it, French seasoning called persillade. Persillade is parsley and garlic, just finely chopped together. What I'm going to do, I've got, in roughly equal amounts. I've got one large garlic clove and probably what will be a tablespoon of chopped parsley. And I'm just going to chop the parsley finely, you know, rub it into my bundle there. And get it through once. And then the garlic, give that a good crush to flatten out. And run that through my knife as well. And then just bring them together. I think maybe I have a little much on the parsley. So then we'll bring them together and just chop everything together so that we essentially form kind of a garlic and parsley paste. And this is, this is really good. Frankly, it's good just on plain pasta, but you can throw it on potatoes like this. You can throw it on chicken, on fish, and you get beautiful little tasting seasoning without much work. Okay, let's finish up our roasted potatoes. I just take them right out of the pan, throw them in a little mixing bowl there. Now remember, we haven't seasoned those potatoes yet, so we definitely need a good amount of salt. Potatoes love salt. We need some pepper. We need our persillade, or that's the chopped garlic and parsley. And then I actually like to throw a little bit of lemon zest in there as well. Maybe the zest of half a lemon. Drop that in there. A tiny little glug of fresh olive oil. And then mix it together. Actually, easiest just to probably toss it. And the heat from the potatoes will kind of break down that garlic, release the flavor in the garlic and the parsley as well. Lemon zest, and we're ready to serve these up. Okay, let's go ahead and serve up our roasted potatoes with parsley and garlic, or persillade. It is an absolutely delicious dish. I hope you make it soon, and I'll see you next time on No Recipe Required.